Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, today I speak with sadness, but I am in a state of joy that today, finally, the chicken have come home to roost. Mr. Speaker, I cannot commence this debate without personally expressing my appreciation and gratitude to you in particular, Mr. Speaker. Because I do recall on that fateful dawn when policemen dressed with AK-47 came to my house, outdone with my 3-year-old son in the house. You stood firm and stated that that was unjust, that was not good. And Mr. Speaker, I thank you for that. Mr. Speaker, I cannot but agree with the Honorable Katie Hammer that sometimes in this country, we tend to vilify ourselves, we tend to attack ourselves, knowing very well that what we are doing is nothing but mere politics. Mr. Speaker, what are we talking about? We are talking of a 10 brand new GETM 2,500 aero-derivative gas turbines from no less a company than General Electric. This was a decision taken at a time when this country was suffering from the effect of load shedding. This was at a time when, despite having an installed capacity of more than 1,500 hydro capacity, the available capacity that could generate was just 30%. I'm saying this because people tend to say that you have an installed capacity of 2,000, and so why must you bring in additional capacity? What they forget to realize is that with hydropower, when the dam goes down, you simply cannot rank it or rate it to the highest level. And so you need some amount of thermal complementation in order to bolster the energy. That was a time when His Excellency President Mahama and his able minister, Dr. Kwabena Donkor, decided that we ought to go for this plant. Mr. Speaker, today, if we are having some level of stability, it is because of some of these decisions we took.
Order, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is House of Records, and we have only one president in this country. That is His Excellency President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. So, Mr. Speaker, point of correction. When he said President John Dramani Mahama, Mr. Speaker, he needs to be corrected. We have
honorable member. You are wrong and you are out of order.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Order. Let's get it clear. We learned president from America, and let the American authorities constitutionally tell you, once a president, always a president. And that one, no, but honestly, if you don't know, no, because that is the truth. And it is even constitutionally so. Please go on.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I now want to delve into the substance of the plant itself. Mr. Speaker, Parliament approved the deal on the 20th of March 2015. Within a record time, by December that year, Ameri was done with installation. And then in 2016, they declared availability. Mr. Speaker, once they declared availability in 2016, we kept prompt payments. We paid Ameri, we paid Car Power, until January 2017, when the then minister decided that the payments should be suspended. Mr. Speaker, I'm raising this because under your able leadership, when this House approves a deal or a contract or an agreement, ministers have no business using their own fiat, suspending it, varying it, and creating such huge debts. Mr. Speaker, today we are being told that we are making a savings of over 50 million. On the contrary, Mr. Speaker, power has been delivered, power has been sold, power has been consumed, and yet we have an outstanding debt of $90 million on our books today because of such decisions. And I think all of us must learn. We are growing this country. Mr. Speaker, this is contained in the report that there's an outstanding liability of $90 million to be paid in 4 installments: 10 million, 35 million, 25 million, and 25 million.
Order. Yes, Honorable.
Mr. Speaker, once again, my colleague is misleading the House. Mr. Speaker, he mentioned that as at date, we are owing $90 million. And Mr. Speaker, that is not true. Mr. Speaker, if you look through the payment schedule that has been ably arranged by the minister, we've already settled $10 million as at 1st November 2018. That has been paid. And you cannot insist that we owing $90 million. Mr. Speaker, he is misinforming the House and he must come properly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I quote paragraph 6, page 4 of the report, signed by the chairman. Payment of outstanding debt of $90 million shall be spread over 7 months. 2, at the committee, and the chairman is here. We requested that they should furnish us with evidence to show that this money has been paid. This is the report. This is the official report. Let the chairman state in the official report that 10 million has been paid. You cannot just rise on your feet and decide that you want to come up with your own information. Mr. Speaker will not allow that.
Honorable Chairman. Honorable Chairman.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker. What my honorable colleague is doing is not right. And he knows it. No, he knows it. That at the committee.
Honorable.
At the committee, Mr.
Tell
Speaker.
us what you know. Don't tell us what
Mr.
you know.
Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, at the committee, we requested, and that time the Minister for Finance, Deputy Minister for Finance, Honorable Kokubati, was there. And it was shown to the committee that $10 million has been paid to America. Out of the $10 million has been paid. And he is aware.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, fortunately, the report is available to all of us, and the report will testify that. Mr. Speaker, let me now go to the issue of the savings, because that is the contention. The information out there is that there's a saving of 51 million. How do we come by this analysis based on the minister's projections? The minister says that there's a variable charge of 16 million. 16.6 million per annum. Mr. Speaker, the word variable, if you've done linear relationship before, it means that there is a dependent variable and an independent one.
Order. Honorable
That
Chairman.
variable depends.
Honorable. Honorable Chairman.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I have here a letter from the Ministry of Energy instructing Ministry of Finance to effect that payment this year. Mr. Speaker, again, Ameri Energy has also written to acknowledge receipt of the payment of the 10 million USD, what has been transferred to them. So that evidence is here.
Thank you. Honorable, we don't have anything like tell the honorable member on street, because you cannot have point of order and counterpoint of order. It's not allowed. Please proceed.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for allowing me to proceed. Chairman, if you feel that that is relevant, that is important, you should have captured that in your report. It's as simple as that. You cannot present this report and then you spare up to surprise us with this element, with a document that you claim you have. We haven't seen that document. We cannot verify the authenticity or veracity of that document. And so I go by this report. But Mr. Speaker, I'm dealing with the 51. And I want the public to know about the 51.
Withdraw the report.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members. Honorable members.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. I believe my honorable colleague should
Page 7.
Page 7 of the report. 7.2.1.
They have not read the report.
7.2.1. The first paragraph. I hope my honorable colleague has read the report. Mr. Speaker, let me read it. It was noted that the outstanding debt of 90 million on America has been spread over 7 months. The arrangement has considerably relieved government the burden of paying the bulk amount of 90 million. In assessing the commitment of government to the agreed payment term, the minister informed the committee that the first payment, which was due November 2018, has been made. So what is in the report? What is in the report?
They have to read. You have to read. Stop that.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker. At the committee level, the minister told us that the 10 million has been paid.
Honorable member, at this stage, we've gone beyond committee level. We have a report before this honorable house. We are bound by our report. Please proceed.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I agree that in the report, the minister said it has been paid. That is why we requested for evidence to prove that it has been paid. We were here, Mr. Speaker, when a minister came to tell us that he has made service.
Honorable, you are not allowed to go that far. Please proceed. Proceed from that pathway, because the report says otherwise. So go on.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my point is simple. That power has been sold, power has been delivered, you've collected the money. If you are not paying a Mary, what you do is to put the money in an escrow somewhere so that it can generate some interest. Today we can't find that money. And so the ordinary taxpayer, the Ministry of Finance, has to go and look for money somewhere to pay this 90 million. This is a clear case of causing financial loss to the state. That is my point. I'm not hiding away from that. Mr. Speaker, this 51 million is nothing but a fallacy of hasty generalization. And let me prove that to you, Mr. Speaker. In the generally accepted accounting principles, there are 3 main elements that I consider: the recognition concept, the accrual concept, and the marching order concept. Mr. Speaker, if you are dealing with a variable charge, what it simply means is that it can be 0 and it can be the highest. So if we say that the upper limit is 16, it means that in a month you could do 0. That is why we requested for the outends. That give us the outends for the 2.5 years. That will then give us an indication. Then you can use that to make projections. So you go and take the upper limit of 16, do a wrong calculation, and come and tell us that you've made a savings of 41 million. You have not made any savings as far as this matter is concerned. Mr. Speaker, you have rather incurred a debt of 90 million due to such wrong, bad policy.
Honorable order. In view of the committee's report, please don't pursue that 90 million pathway anymore.
Mr. Speaker, I take your advice. All I am saying is that we are paying the 90 million. Whether we paid 10 million already, whether we paid 5 million already, we would eventually pay the 90 million. So whether the mountain went to Muhammad or Muhammad came to the mountain, there is certainly some movement, Mr. Speaker. That is all I'm trying to establish. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is therefore my contention.
Order. And in conclusion.
It is therefore my contention, Mr. Speaker, that in this very case, today, Mr. Speaker, and yesterday in the evening, the minister is here. Accra witnessed massive doomsday yesterday. And Mr. Speaker, I'm putting this on record. The minister is here.
That what?
Massive doomsday yesterday. Massive doomsday yesterday. And it's going to continue. Mr. Speaker, I want to encourage the new minister. I want to encourage the new minister.
Order. Yes, honorable. The honorable member.
Right, honorable Speaker. I'm surprised at my honorable behavior. Mr. Speaker, even if it is true that yesterday there was power outages, Doomsday was for 5 good years. That's why you came by that. And these are issues and challenges for the power sector. So we cannot say that just one day is a doomsday. What is this?
Honorable, you will conclude.
Mr. Speaker, in concluding, let me assure the chairman, you will continue to be disappointed in me because I won't please you. I will serve the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, in concluding, I hold a view, and I am happy that I am concluding, that in this matter, Mr. Speaker, as far as this subject matter is concerned, the Honorable Dr. Kobna Donko and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in this matter, in this Ameri matter, Mr. Speaker, they deserve nothing but national honors of the highest level as far as this matter is concerned. Mr. Speaker, on that note, I thank you and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Not forgetting the venerable Kobna Tahir Hammond of this house. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.